Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where the end of 2024 is almost upon us. What, 2 more days? 3 more if you include today? I don't know. It's been a hell of a year. In today's video, I'm going to be looking back on 2024 in Raid. This is an official collab video with Plarium, or it's like part of the CC program, so there are going to be some rewards for you guys to grab. I'm participating in this 2024 roundup, and you can participate. And I invite you to participate in the comments. I will be able to give out 5 winners who will each get 1 legendary skill tome, 1 rank 5 chicken, 1 XP boost for 3 days, 400 energy, and 4 sets of 50 multi-battle attempts. I'll be able to give all of that out. I believe that the giveaway will go out on, like, I think it's made, they said something like the 16th of January. I think it'd be a couple of weeks. I think it's a ways away. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Hopefully it'll be sooner, but we'll see. If you want to join in, what do you have to do? Well, do a couple of things I'm going to do in this video. Either tell me what your favorite content or who your favorite champion or champions were in 2024. And again, that could be any. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to talk about sort of any content or champions that I happen to like get or do in 2024. Or you could tell me what was the best new content or the best new champions in 2024 either. So either what were your personal favorite things in the game this year, or what were the best new things added this year. Like, you might not have the champions or whatever, but you can still say they're the best. So either of those. And then also, it's very important, put your U number. That's how, again, some people are worried about this, that sharing this number could compromise their account or something. It's no, that your account is, you've got, your 2-factor setup. Hopefully you've got your email, your password, right? This is a number which is purely designed for Plarium to give giveaways to, right? That's the only thing this does. I'm sharing mine. It's totally fine. So post this in the comment as well. And yeah, I'll again pick those 5 winners at random from the comment section. So yeah, enter in. I'm very curious. Again, you can, if you want, by the way, feel free to put in a lot of different answers. That's cool. I'll look forward to reading your comments. It'll be fun. And for the Christmas giveaway, in case you guys missed it, I did post the 10 winners for that on my Discord channel, and those winners should already have got their rewards. Again, we picked the 10 winners at random, and you can find all the winners listed on the Discord server. So let's dive in to our 2024 roundup. So first of all, question number 1, my personal highlights, or a sort of personal breakthrough moment for me in 2024 related to Raid Shadow Legends, of course. I'm going to pick 2 things. So number 1 for me, this would probably be an obvious one, but, but I think, was it in March, maybe? I got to fly over to Warsaw in Poland, in Poland, where a lot of the main Plarium offices are, and like there was a bunch of the Plarium community team and like that whole player engagement team that are based in Ukraine came over to Warsaw as well, and we recorded the Raid Community Award Show, which was really, really fun. So I mean, it was a great experience, because obviously, I invented the idea of the award show, and I sold that idea to Plarium for $1 million. So that was really exciting. Yeah, just pulling myself up by my bootstraps, clearly. No. Little joke for anyone who's around at the time. Oh boy. No, but it was a really cool experience, getting to do something that I had never done before. I didn't have much notice either. Like, I was let know about like 2 weeks before. It was like, hey, are you available like on these dates? We're doing this thing. We'd love for you to do it. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. This is fast, but let's go for it. That sounds cool. But it was amazing, right? To basically get to role play being a real actor, someone like on an actual movie set or something. Cause like there's a full film production crew. Like there was, I don't know, like 20 people, like sound people, lights people, makeup people, everything. All the camera people, like guys moving the props, directors, producers, assistant directors. Oh, it was crazy. And yeah, that was such a fun experience to go over, and obviously as well to get to meet a bunch of the people working at Plarium. Some of the people like on the community team, some of the developers that I've obviously talked to a decent bit, through different events and stuff that they've organized. But to actually get to meet them in person and hang out and be like, well, yeah, they're real people and they're really actually very cool. That was a lot of fun. So that for me was awesome. That was a very unique experience, which I had not expected to ever have. And that was great. The other sort of highlight or personal sort of breakthrough thing for me in 2024, obviously enough as well, is actually around the same time I joined hellhades.com, right? Part of HH Gaming now. And I work part time, and I write articles for the site. I do a lot of guide articles. I do a lot of like champion spotlights for new stuff, and just some like interesting art. Like I did a fun article on like bomb teams, just random stuff like that, you know. Um, so that's been like an absolute ton of fun, right? To be part of something bigger than just me working at home alone, right? But to be part of a team and I'm working with other people, it's almost like a real job. It's crazy. But no, it's a really cool experience. Like the everyone on that team is great. They're such lovely people. We got to go over, myself and my partner. We got to go over for like the Christmas party to London and get to meet them all in person. I'd met about half of them already before at I think in London a while ago. For Kiri, it was like her first time meeting them, so that was really cool. And yeah, it's just a really good team. Definitely for me enhances like the whole experience. Like it just enriches everything really. Um, and yeah, I just thoroughly enjoy it. And who knows where all of that will go in the future. But yeah, it's been a blast. I'm looking forward to continuing that next year. All right, so that's personal stuff. Let's talk about some champions. There we go. You're like, Nub, enough of this like personal nonsense. We don't care. Talk about some raid. My favorite I picked out 3 favorite champions because I couldn't pick just one. And then I had to pick another one that came out in 2024 because none of the ones I picked were 2024 champs. My favorite, probably my number one favorite is probably Lazarius. Love this guy. Love him. He is so much fun. And again, I talked about this in my mythical tier list video. Obviously, when he first came out, I had a big appreciation for him as a damage dealer, right? Being able to swap to a second form and be a damage dealer with a great speed aura. It was like, yeah, great, cool. Got a real appreciation for him, though, this year. In even just the last few months of his Form 1 as this amazing support with crazy good base stats. He can actually do some pretty decent damage with his A2 and his A1. There's just so much gameplay here. It's like, okay, do I go in with his A2 or do I delay that to get the buff strip or block debuff buff for us? Do I delay that to a certain time in the fight? When do I do this turn meter boost? Okay, I could just A1 for the shield. Will I metamorph now for damage, not use these moves? So I go for damage? Ooh, maybe I stay in this form to protect him with the perfect veil for a while their turn meter is at a certain level, or I want to stay in this form to get back to his revive. There's just like every skill, there's a thought process between every skill. I think that really sets him apart. I think like let's say Androck, for example, mythical, like he's a good champion, but it's like I A2, A3, then I A2, then I A1, then I A3, then I A2, then I A1, and I never press this button, and I never alternate the thing. I just do these moves in order over and over again, and yeah, it's fun to see your team go really fast and be super healed and tanky, but there isn't too much gameplay. I feel like there's so much gameplay with Lazarius, which is amazing. Lady Mikage, another favorite. I got neither of these champions obviously came out in 2024, but I got them both in 2024. So I'm cheating. I'm putting them on my list. Lady Mikage, similar to Lazarius, there's so much gameplay here, right? Every single move has like a different use. Like this has so much buff manipulation. The A1 ally attack is great. The full team ally attack is brilliant. The cleanse is really good. And then swapping to form 2 is really powerful as well. One slight downside for me, Mikage, is that I've got her built very much for clan bosses and like 9-piece protection. So she's like not super built. She doesn't have enough speed or accuracy for arena, I would say, to really shine. And that's kind of a bummer because I know she'd be so much fun in arena as well. But yeah, again, she's a champion, 2 forms, so much decision making with both kits, so good as well, so strong in so many areas. So she, like Lazarius, is a favorite. I'm going to put Ninja in as another favorite as well. I kind of rediscovered him in 2024, right? Obviously, I got him when he first came to the game. I don't remember when, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. And he was amazing. And then he sort of fell off as like newer, shinier things came. And I kind of, honestly, I forgot about Ninja. And I was underrating Ninja. And then when he came back this year for everyone to get, so he's sort of a pseudo 2024 release. So give me that, yeah? Kind of. But rediscovering Ninja, bringing him into teams, especially alongside Lady Mikage, she's really what unlocks him and pushes him to the next level because of all these ally attacks. And he just hits so hard with his A1. He's been super fun, right? Just destroying bosses, like it's nobody's business. The combo with Mikage, I don't have Harima or Toshiro, so he's by far the best one to put with her. That has been glorious. So he's been an absolute blast. I just got the Yorethi Coronet for him as well, which is beautiful. 30% more damage. Don't mind if I do. I'll take it. But yeah, Ninja is super, super good. Again, simple enough. He just blasts damage, but my god, does he blast damage. So he's super fun. Then a favorite champion that came out in 2024 properly. I don't have him, but I maybe say Gizmak. I think is just like a super cool mythical because he's very good in so many areas. He's very versatile, extremely strong in both forms. Both forms are very different. I love it. Again, I think there's so much decision making. There's so much unique stuff, and he's super powerful, right? So Form 1, super powerful support, right? The irresistible AoE burn, all of the buffs, extending debuffs, decrease speed, blowing up burns, amazing. Yeah, just a great Form 1, just doing all the burn stuff and the buffing and just ripping through turns. And then Form 2, big damage, super tanky, pain link, taunt, unkillable, ally protection on your team, massive AoEs, just crazy. He's so good. He is such a good champion, so cool. I'd love to pull a Gizmak. Yeah, I think he's just a great champ. Just, an awesome mythical, super powerful. Both forms are equally amazing, really. Just great. Just a great champion. So yeah, he's my favorite new champ, I think, for 2024. My favorite feature then. What are my favorite features for the game? So, well, a new feature with Siege. I'm going to somewhat combine that, though, with, honestly, my favorite feature at the moment is probably actually Live Arena. Probably Live Arena. I say that, I haven't been playing much over Christmas, but Live Arena obviously is not a new feature for 2024, as it came out in 2023. But I sort of rediscovered Live Arena. Number one, I think it's something that they have actually done pretty well this year, is we have really gone through a lot of different arena metas. There's been a lot of stuff shaking it up, like all the faction unity champions definitely shaking up the arena modes. The mythicals obviously shaking it up, and then sets like Pinpoint, champions like Odin, all of that. It's been constant shakeup. And look, I don't have most of these OP champions. I get my ass kicked a lot in Live Arena, a lot, but it's still really fun. And honestly, them adding in these wins, adding in the daily quest, people hate it. They really hate it. But for me, it's been an encouragement to do this game mode, and it's actually gotten me more into Arena. So I'm, I guess, a bad example to the developers of being like, it kind of worked for me. But obviously, just to be clear, there's a lot of players for whom it's just a very, very frustrating imposition. Has the opposite effect. For me, that sort of the more forcing you to play Live Arena actually worked. The Marius missions were another big thing, right? Doing the missions for Marius, again, the Live Arena stuff, again, was a big motivation to get into Live Arena, to take it more seriously. And I have been, on the whole, really enjoying it. You get a lot of really fun fights in there. And then, yeah, like every few fights, sometimes multiple fights in a row, it's like they come in and they first pick a +4, 6-star something. And you're just like, okay, cool. Well, it's one of those fights, I guess. And it sucks. And that's just a problem with the game. I don't know how they fix that, honestly. But no, I think that Arena has actually had a lot of variety this year. I sort of include Siege in that as well. Siege is obviously could be improved a lot, but it's the fundamentals of it are fun. But yeah, sort of what I feel about that. There we go. Cool. So I've probably enjoyed that the most. I also will, quick shout out, really did enjoy the event dungeon. I thought that was a great idea. Really fun just to be like, oh, new dungeon, new boss, problem solved, come up with some teams, bam, done. Because, these permanent dungeons, right? Like I do, like whatever, Iron Twins came out. I did a video, this is my team for Iron Twins, and I was like, well, I'm done, I guess. I made a couple more videos. It's tough to make videos. The event dungeon being like a temporary dungeon, I actually thought was a really cool idea. Be like, okay, I can make like an endgame player team. I can make some more newer player-friendly teams. Cool. I can update my teams as we learn more about what works well. And, there's actually an interesting bit of content there. And yeah, that was, for me personally, really fun. And then finally, it's very much new, but I've really enjoyed Chimera as well. Has been really fun. There's me. Whee! Chimera has been very fun as well. I think that's been, it's still early days of Chimera, still feeling it out. But yeah, it feels like, the way I describe it is Demon Lord, but updated for 2024, 2025, right? It's modern day Demon Lord for the modern day game. So yeah, lots of cool features. Favorite quality of life? Easy answer. I didn't even have to think about this one. Gear presets. These things are freaking glorious. Being able to just quickly flip between gear and be like, oh yeah, like especially for Curse City and stuff, like where you're trying to, gear up random champions and random stuff. This is amazing. It's so much fun for testing champions on the test server, testing out new champs, making videos on new champions for you guys. This saves so much time where I can come in and be like, oh, it's a new HP nuker on the test server. Great. Well, the presets, funny enough, don't carry over to the test server, but still, I can go on the test server. I can take my Fralny. I can go, yeah, filter, preset, save that body. That baby is a global preset. Cool. I jump over onto why I like Sir Nick was the last one I did, and also the Bells the Reckoner for both of those. I could do the same thing. Save over this HP Nuker preset, open it up on those champions, and it's done. It's done. It's easy. It's so good. And yeah, again, it's really good. I wish they would really reduce the cost of swapping gear on champions, honestly. But no, I think the gear presets has been. I can't imagine not playing with gear presets now. It's unbelievably good in my opinion. Here's my then hot take. This wasn't in the brief, but I want to do it. What is my hot take at the end of 2024? The opinion I have about the game right now that is going to enrage the comment sec. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. My take at the moment, a couple of aspects to this. My take, complexity is good. That's my hot take for 2024. I like the complexity in the game. It's something that I see people complain about a lot more often than they praise, but it's something that I personally enjoy. What do I mean by that? So, for example, people say mythicals. There's like too many mythicals doing too much stuff. Faction unity, too many faction unity doing too much stuff. Relics. Now there's a bunch of relics as well, and there's blessings as well, and there's masteries as well. There's all of this stuff, and the game is so complicated. It's too complicated for me. Love it. Bring it on. Give us another thing. Give us uber relics. I don't know. Give us something else. Give us super mythicals. I'm ready. Whatever. Throw anything at me. I'm loving it. I'm digging it. So yeah, I love that complexity. Another thing I think people don't like I guess there's none on right now, but people generally don't like, the Titan events and Heroes Paths and Decks of Fate and all of the events. For the most part, I actually do enjoy those, and I enjoy making content on them as well. They're good videos to make content on and to guide people through and to break it down and explain the complexity. So like I like the complexity. I like it. The more stuff, the better. I do wish the events were generally more rewarding. I think the Titan they often do with these big events, the Titan events and Heroes Path Deck Effect, like giving you like a big soul or a legendary. That's pretty good. I feel like the regular smaller events could definitely do with being more rewarding, for sure. But I like all the big events and that there's a lot of them. I actually enjoy that. Sorry, I do. And it's something I do think with Siege, for instance. Siege is cool. I know people are concerned. One of the big concerns I saw is people saying, man, Siege is too complex, or Chimera is too complicated. This stuff is we're worried it's too complicated. For me, again, personally, it's the opposite. I'm like, yo, Siege, make this more complex, like triple the size, make it crazy. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I want. But of course, I also hopefully have the awareness to say like, what I want isn't what everyone wants. And, might not actually be good for the game. But for me personally, yeah, that's my hot take. That's what I like. So there we go. Finally, a CC shoutout, shouting out another content creator that I would like to collab with. That's done a really, really good job, notable job in 2024. What I'm going to do, I will pick a content creator that I have not collabed with. I've collabed with a good few people. It's tough to pick between everyone as well. There's so many good ones. I think out of everyone that, if I look just at people I've not yet collaborated with, and there's a few on my mind, but there is definitely one content creator that stands out to me as having done a phenomenal job and really, just phenomenal job and really started to explode, like their channel is exploding, and that is Cruisin'. Cruisin', he does a lot of live streams, top end live arena, both on his own account, which is a crazy IPR account as well, like a crazy big whale account. And you get to see really top-end live arena, but he also plays on Doc Moreau's account, which is, top 3, I think? Where is he right now in live arena? He was top 1, but I think number 3. Number 3. He plays on the number 3 Live Arena account. My Live Arena win rate, by the way, is going down. Goal force going down, slow and steady. But yeah, he plays on that as well and shows off like top end Live Arena gameplay. I think the thing that makes Cruisin' two things that make him particularly good as a content creator. Number one, positivity, right? Really positive. He clearly just loves the game, and he has an immense amount of knowledge about the game as well. I think that is super valuable, right? I think it's great. It's wonderful to see someone just clearly love playing the game. It makes it a joy to watch. And then the other big thing I think he does that is really, really valuable is he's very good at explaining and contextualizing like strategies and champions for different levels of player. So it's not just like, wow, I'm on like a crazy account and I can do the and this I'm just doing it and it's fine. It's I'm on the crazy account and I'm building the champion this way or I'm using them this way because I'm on this crazy account. But here's me on my if he jumps to his own account, he'd be like, my own account still crazy but slightly less crazy. Oh, I might use these champions differently now because I don't have the other champions or the gear level to use the strategies in a certain way. So one example, again, Lazarius is a great example. He's like, on the crazy account, I can build him as like a support that still does crazy damage because the gear is crazy. On my own account, I don't have that gear level. So because I don't have those stats and these are the stats I'm looking for, I'm going to build him in this different way, this more modest way where he's still really good. And that's going to be more effective than chasing this crazy ideal. But then also for you watching, if you've got a lower level of gear and you're a lower level player, which you might be, well, then this is how you should build them and how you should use them. And this is why. It's like explaining stuff in context. It's really explaining things for the viewer. I think which is important. This is how I use them and why. This is what you should aim for if you can't do this. And it might be very different. And here is why. It's really explaining and opening that stuff up. Which I think is it's just phenomenal, right? It's phenomenal because you have such a broad, with any of these videos, you've got such a broad viewer base. Making stuff contextualized for everyone is a brilliant skill to have. So yeah, I pick Cruisin'. If we were to do a collab, it would probably be something about Arena, I guess. It's all about Arena. So yeah, there we go. That is, that's my list. Again, guys, make sure to enter the collab. Again, go in the comment section. Post a comment with your number, which is this one over here. Not my one. I mean, I guess you could put my one in and I wouldn't notice and I give myself the rewards and get banned. That would be embarrassing. But put in your one, preferably. And yeah, give me your comment. Either your favorite champions or your favorite feature in the game this year, or the best, because again, they're two distinct things. The best new champions or the best new features from 2024. Any of those will do. All of them will do if you want. Knock yourself out. I'm very curious to see what you think. Anyway, that has been me, my favorite features, quality of life, champions, personal moments, and my hot take and CC collab. I don't know what dream, wish, I don't know, whatever it's called, ideal for 2024. Who the heck knows? One thing I will say, this guys, 2024 has been absolutely crazy, right? Coming into, that's why I mentioned with the arena changing so much, like. Armans didn't exist, right? There was no Armans coming into 2024. Taras and Marishka, like, we had Ancora Narcis arrive in 2024. Like, think about how stale the arena meta was for so long before this with just Taras Marishka. Then Ancora Narcis came in, mixed it up, and the Mythicals came in and mixed it up, and the Faction Unities came in and mixed it up. And, like, there's been just a lot more variety, a lot more, I think, in arena. And some of it might have been bad, some of it might be good, but my good, and they've, I definitely feel like Arena, obviously with Siege, with Live Arena, and we know there's more stuff going to be coming for those game modes. It's something that I have been moving more towards enjoying as a longer term player, and it becomes more enjoyable as well when you are long and you've got good champions and you've got good gear. It's definitely when it opens up and it becomes more enjoyable. But that has been a noticeable thing for me in 2024. Is enjoying Arena a lot more or whatever, for I think some of those reasons is why, but we'll see. Maybe there's other parts to it as well. Maybe we can unpack that in the future, but there we go. 2024, it's been cool. I've got a video coming out as well on the top 10 champions of 2024. I've already recorded it, so I won't be influenced by your comments. Maybe you guys can predict in some of your comments who I'm going to be putting on my top 10 list for new champions of 2024. We'll see. Thanks for watching, though. And yeah, I guess I'll see you for hopefully all of 2025. Hopefully it'll be just as good and interesting. Hopefully it'll be better. Hey, why not? Let's make it better. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.